Clara, and this is Heavenly Declarations. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed recently. Welcome. Thank you to anybody that has viewed the recent video. There's been a few comments that there was like some orbs floating around, so I was really quite enthralled with that. So I'm going to do a general energy check. I'm speaking quite low because it's 1 in the morning and I don't want to disturb neighbours and such. So we're doing a general energy check on your past and present person and see what they're thinking and feeling regarding the situation. We'll start off with a prayer and we'll be using the eternal messages. Heavenly Father, archangels and spirit guides, enter this reading with your right, loving, protective light. I want to receive only the clearest and accurate messages for the highest good of whom I read. May I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael to call upon me to protect and heal any energies that need protecting and healing. Amen. So, whomever you're tapping in for, keeps an eye on your social media. Now, if you have this person blocked, they're using a whole different account to do this, okay, or somebody else's. They want an opportunity to make something right with you. So you're probably not on an even kill with this person right now, not seeing eye to eye, okay? So you may be having contact, but it could be limited or not at all. Let's see what this person would like to say to you. Oops. Let's see what this person would like to say. What would this person like to say to you? What would this person like to say to you? What would they like to say? I'm being subliminal with how I feel about you. So this card came out recently, okay, so this person may try and give you like clues, okay, or say things to kind of like hint to you how they're feeling, okay. This person may be seeing other people. They definitely have options, but like they're placeholders, quite frankly. Deeply, they only really want to be with you. So I'm getting they're not with you, but they want to be with you. So they're, you know, like they have people to kind of like, you know, fill a gap, keep them company, okay, keep their bed warm at night. But it's they're people that, you know, they're not getting really attached to. I miss being intimate with you. So yeah. Ultimately, they'd like to be with you, okay? I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me. So in some ways, you've kind of enlightened this person. They've learned a lot from you, okay? Your experience with this person has kind of made them with you, how they live their life, how they treat people, what they should be doing. So they're trying to level up in some way. Trying to become a better person, heal and evolve, which is always a good thing. What else would this person like to say? I've been thinking about proposing to you. So it may not be for everybody, but this person they see a future with you. They'd like to be with you. You know, they do have options, but ultimately you're the person they'd like to be with because they know deep down that you're a decent human being, okay? And ultimately, you know, they would like to level up now and make something serious. Yeah, they're very grateful for meeting you, okay? I think you're different from kinds of people they normally connect with. I thought about having a family with you. So if you're at the age where you can have a family, and if you don't have a family right now, this person would like to commit with you, settle down and have a family. If you already have a family, they'd like to merge families if they have a family, okay? If not, they just want to have that connection of proposal, you know, living together, you know, doing, you know, normal stuff, you know, like cinema, cooking, living together, just living life together, okay? They do miss you, okay? But it came in reverse, it's upside down. So because they have options, I think they're trying to distract themselves from missing you, okay? Let's take one more. Take that one. One more. There we go. I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me now. We saw that when I was splitting the cards. So this person is kind of fine-tuning themselves, okay, like chipping away at their negative attributes, okay. I think they're trying to improve their life, the way they are, cast away things that are not going to be conducive to being with you, okay? I think they're really quite clear on how you are and what you want for your future, and they're realising that, you know, they have to level up. You know, I think you've given them a more positive stance on how life should be, okay? So that's just a really good thing. And they pray for you, okay, and they pray for your connection as well. Let's see what the situation may be. So I'm getting with this, okay, because they do have options. So, you know, they do dial in and, you know, mingle with other people, okay. But what I'm getting with this, okay, they kind of, with this poker face energy, they, as it said, I have options, but I only want you. They're definitely dating other people right now, okay? But I'm getting they kind of keep their emotions kind of like in check with the people they date. They, you know, don't give them too much. They keep a poker face, right? Because deep down they care for you. And if these people try to inquire about you, I'm getting they close off, okay? They don't really like to talk about you. They try not to show too much emotion. And yeah, you've helped this person learn and evolve, okay? And they are really trying to transcend and ascend, okay? They're transcending from their old selves, and they're doing this because they're preparing for a union. They want to be with you, okay? So you may eventually get some kind of pop-up from this person, like a love call, a message, or an email or something, okay? When they've done the work. They know they have to work on themselves if they're to be with you. It's as simple as that. I think deep down they sabotage this relationship because they felt like they weren't enough, because you have helped them level up, okay? They weren't enough and they're trying to now ascend, okay? So they sabotaged the relationship, okay, because of their ego, their old ways, okay, that they may have been kind of set in, and of fear of not being able to give you what you need, okay? So they probably cause problems in your connection. Let's see the situation. That shouldn't be in there. So yeah, you were going round and round in circles with this person. It could have triggered you, okay? But there was lessons to be learned on both ends. What do we need to know here? You may have seen this person as quite narcissistic, okay? You may be still feeling that way. It was very one-sided, okay? And that's because they didn't feel like they were enough for you, okay? So they were self-centered, they were very egotistical, they would, you know, shut off their emotions. I don't think they really offered you their whole self when you was with this person, okay? And, you know, they'd come in and love bomb you and then they would leave, okay? Yeah, this person's thinking about proposing to you after this relationship came to an end, because they're trying to level up. They're definitely thinking about proposing. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know here? Twin flame. So this is definitely a spiritual connection, okay? So you probably both learn a lot of lessons, okay? They're probably completely opposite to you, right? But they feel like you complement them, and that's why they want to level up and propose. They're trying to balance themselves out, and I think they want to come together and, like, you know, share some time with you. Like, they can't let you go, because this is like twins are when one soul is then split into two people, okay? So there will always be this red string of fate, okay? So there's always going to be a connection. You probably feel that connection too. Twins don't, you know, necessarily have to get together, but you definitely do a lot of learning with this person. So you both have probably changed and leveled up for the better, okay? Or aiming to. But this person's personality would have probably been completely different to you, but that's probably what the connection was. And yeah, it could be a higher level soulmate or a twin, okay? This person is going on a healing journey, and I think you also did yourself. You know, you had to split up to heal, to level up, to ascend, okay, to learn, to grow. And twin flames is often this is oftentimes why we're in them relationships, to learn about ourselves, okay, because it's a mirror reflection, okay. Coffee. So this person wants a new beginning, okay, and also they're trying to change themselves, so they're trying to end and put to bed past maybe mistakes, the way their personality was, okay? So there's a lot of evolving here, a lot of evolving energy, okay? But your relationship definitely did come to an end, all right? But this person is going through a transition, and I think you did, and it may have liberated you somewhat, okay? So it gave you strength, okay? It may have shattered you at first, but then you leveled up, you evolved, and you feel liberated, you feel stronger, you feel more exuberant, you feel freer, okay? It liberated you, it freed you from your old self as well, okay? This person's definitely watching you, okay? And you may have visited lakes, okay? You may have visited mountain peaks, all right? This person may want to get away with you if they propose to the mountains or somewhere very discreet, okay? But ultimately, it's still waters, so you really calm this person, okay? They see you as paradise, okay? They see you as somebody very calming, they're comfortable with you, okay? They enjoy being with you, okay? And they did enjoy being with you. And honeymoon phase, so with this proposing, we saw engagement. This person may be planning to surprise you with an engagement and, you know, plan some kind of paradise honeymoon or getaway retreat, okay? And I think for both of you, you know, to build like a rock bridge, you know, is really, really tricky, okay? And it would take a lot of stability and a lot of strength. So you're both now looking for security. I think you need somebody stable in your life. I think you need something very grounded and something very secure, okay? Someone that you can grow with and build with, okay? And this person realizes that should they be with you, that they would have to be stable for you, okay? And they would have to put in work, performance, okay? Not like a performance still and be beck and call, but together as a team, grow and have endurance, okay? You want somebody that isn't flimmy flammy, okay? You want somebody that can, be solid, stand firm as these rocks are, okay? Because you want to evolve, okay? You want growth, and you want to be healed, and you want this person to be healed, and they realise that you're not going to take them back unhealed. It's not going to happen because you want stability in your life. Let's see what the tea is with a few of these. So in the past, you may have seen this person as giving you a dirty offer, and this is another reason why you're not with this person. They may be with somebody obsessive right now, okay? And it says dangerously toxic, unhealthy, possessive, and karmic. So they're going through some lessons with someone right now who is, quite frankly, on a lower frequency, okay? And, it may be a dirty offer that they kind of took on after you two split up. And this is another reason why they're trying to grow and learn, okay? So they could have got into a relationship with somebody obsessive, and it could have been for money. This person may be a show off, they're quite 3D and fake, okay? It's all about kind of money and assets and things like this. Let's see what the tea is, what you might not know. What we need to know this. What we need to know this. So, court. Okay, so this person may have recently had to go to the doctors. It's coming reverse, so they may have what I call an STD, or had a rash or something like that, but it's left them, okay? It doesn't have to be an STD, it could just be that somebody has had to go to the doctors because they're not well, okay? But it's in reverse, so it's left them or it's leaving them, whatever illness it is, okay? You are a queen arising, okay? So you're stepping into your power, okay? You're having a glow up. You could be in the spotlight somehow at work or with family and friends, or you're getting some kind of recognition. And there is a group of females or males that are kind of creeping and spying on you, okay? Because they're seeing you that you're letting up. You may be trying to heal from bad habits, drugs, addictions, and toxicities, and this person may also be engaging in bad habits or trying to level up from them, okay? This person is definitely missing you. And you may have, shed tears over this person also. Wolf in sheep's clothing. So, I'm getting... They didn't show you who they really were, okay? They masked themselves as something possibly to be in this relationship with you. So I'm getting you may not trust this person very much, and they would have to shed old ways to come forward to you, okay? Because I don't think you're 100% trusting of this person, okay? Bankrupt. So somebody is having financial issues here, okay? So this person may be having problems with money, okay? And we do see fake flexing, so whomever they're with may have problems with money as well, okay? This person, there is somebody that they're with who bullies you online, okay, or tries to at least, and they'd like to fight and argue with you, okay? So it's something quite toxic, okay? And they feel like they're competing with you deep down, okay? And they're really not winning right now. competition with you because they know that you're your person's twin, even though you're not with them. I mean, so they're really competing with themselves. What else do we need to know? Ignoring. So I just think you're chilling out. You're trying to ignore the nonsense, okay? You're just getting on with life. You know, you could be having cat naps in the afternoon, you know, just really looking after yourself and just, yeah, really not bothered, okay? And whomever their toxic lover is, okay, who's in competition with you and would like to, like, you know, start arguments and, you know, with their bunch of friends, you know, cyberbully you and all that nonsense, they're trying to get some kind of evidence on you, okay? They may even be going to readers or looking at tarot reads, okay, to figure you out, or try to, I'm hearing like place like bad juju on you, okay. I'm hearing a lot of it's being blocked. Some people have refused to do it, some will do it, but some have refused, okay. This person may have gotten involved with your person for monetary matters as well, marrying money. So it's kind of really based. Let's see, we'll get a couple of these. What else do we need to know? So yeah, this person is engaging in a toxic lifestyle, right? So they could be somebody who likes to like party a lot, okay, and you see this person as, you know, a phony, a trickster, and cast illusions, all right? But I'm also getting, whoever this masculine is may have kept their toxic lifestyle a secret, and they're trying to turn their back on phony people, okay, and whomever they're with right now, okay, yeah, they kept it a secret from you. So what else do we need to know? We'll take one more of these. So you have spiritual gifts, okay? You may have had somebody pass recently, okay, or your person did, all right? And yeah, this was kind of like a round and round relationship, right? Or they're in a karmic cycle right now, okay, round and round, and it's triggering them, and that's why they're trying to level up. What else do we need to know? Yeah, karmic lessons. This person's learning karmic lessons because they're with toxic people, okay? But, you know, they still have feelings for you, right? And deep down, this person has massive regrets, okay? Like, from walking away from you, and really not showing their true self, okay? Probably doing maybe a few, you know, shifty things like lying about their toxic lifestyle, being with someone else, okay, and love bombing you, coming in and out, and making you feel like they're a negative person. Let's get some tarot on this. So yeah, you broke free. You're in this full energy, ground zero, fresh start, just looking ahead, happy, go lucky, okay? You may have a dog, it could be white, doesn't have to be, but you know, you're just happy living life onto a new phase. You're in this full energy, okay, and you broke away from anything that was toxic, and this person foolishly went into and chained themselves to a toxic lifestyle with somebody obsessive who is in competition with you, okay, so they changed their energy right now. Materialism, ego, at last, drink, drugs, and that could be why they're bankrupt as well. Tell us about this toxic lifestyle. Tell us about this toxic lifestyle. Yeah, they're having regrets, okay? You're in the past. They're just in a dark place right now. And they've spilt a lot of emotions over this, maybe privately, okay? And they're kind of feeling like a lot of water has gone under the bridge. So I'm hearing like they're wondering if it's repairable, okay? And they're regretting this drinking and drugs and, you know, loose men and women, okay? And ultimately they would like to have an investment with you where it's like giving and receiving, okay? Reciprocal, all right? Balance. They want more of a balanced energy now, okay? And I'm also getting they were probably dating you while they were dating other people, and, you know, may have breadcrumbed you somewhat, okay, because they're giving to others, and now they would like to be happy. Yeah, they want happiness now. They want a grounded energy. They want their 10 of Cups. They want to build a family, okay, as it says here. Tell us about why they miss you so much. Why they miss you? Because they're exhausted. They're exhausted with tower moments in their life, so they're having a lot of problems, having a lot of chaos, and it's because they are in a toxic lifestyle right now. They could be doing a lot of thinking, okay, and they miss you because they're worn out. They're worn out with their life, okay? They're going through karmic lessons. They're having just tower moments. Things are falling apart for this person, okay? It's chaos. It's chaos for them, okay? They're very fatigued. Why do you see them as a wolf in sheep's clothing? Why do you see them as a wolf in sheep's clothing? Why do you see them as a wolf in sheep's clothing? You see them as a wolf in sheep's clothing because you're very balanced, you're very moderate, okay? You have very balanced energy. You can alchemize, okay? You can alchemize negative to positive, right? You could be a Sagittarius, but you're very moderate, you're very patient, you're very caring, you're very calm. And because of their toxic lifestyle, okay, you just see them as this negative trickster, phony person, okay? And you want somebody balanced. You are polar opposites, okay? So this person could have been in devil energy when you met them, okay? And you're more moderate and mature and balanced, and really not wanting this kind of toxic dark lifestyle that they have here. You're moving forward to success, okay? Tell us about this illness. This illness is about. So, you know, I mean, living a wild lifestyle, they could have caught something, or just because they could be run down, or it could be you. You could have gone through some kind of sickness, alright? Whatever this illness was, yeah, somebody had to take rest here, okay? So it could be you or them, okay? I think if it was you, alright, this person may have been deeply in their emotions about it, okay? So you could have been quite poorly, alright? You may have had to take a lot of rest. It could have, you know, caused you problems with your work, you had to slow down. It may have, you know, kind of like caused a little bit of emotional chaos for you, I'm getting, alright? And I think this person really tried to balance their feelings about it. I don't think they really showed how concerned they were for you deeply, okay? But if it was them, they hid how they were feeling. I think they were quite worried, especially if it's an STD. And it could have been because they were dabbling with options, because they're holding 2 cups, okay? They were definitely concerned about it, and they may not have talked to people about it, because the King of Cups is somebody oftentimes that doesn't show their emotions, okay? They may have had to take respite, okay? I mean, it could have been even, you know, hospital. If not, it was medication, and they just didn't express what had happened. Who's bankrupt? Who is bankrupt here? Bankrupt here. So if this person is having, yeah, I mean, they're drinking, okay, they're just getting inundated with pills, all right, and it's causing problems for them, okay. They they may have like business partners or people that they have signed agreements with, financial agreements, okay, and people aren't meeting their end of the bargain, and if that's the case, people are up in arms, okay, they're having arguments with people, right, or a lover that, you know, is fake flexing, as we saw. There's definitely monetary problems here, and it is causing chaos, okay, it's causing a lot of drama, people are talking about it. They're trying to, at their best, balance things out. They're trying to avoid the conflict. Somebody could be trying to avoid paying for something here as well, okay, because trying to run away from the problem. They could be burying their head in the sand with the Five of Wands in reverse, because yeah, somebody's trying to get away from some kind of monetary problem here, okay, because it's causing a lot of problem and creating conflict, okay. People may be saying that you owe me money, I need it, okay, like you've got this amount of time or whatever, okay. But this person ultimately wants to move forward to something more stable and come and possibly propose, okay, once they've kind of sorted all this drama out, because you're not going to take this person back to drama. You know, the King or Knight of Cups is very charming, okay, shows their emotions and offers their cup, okay, and offers some form of proposal here. So there's proposal energy 3 times now. Why are you kind of ignoring this? Why are you ignoring it? Because this is your energy, you're ignoring it, because you're not able to just, you know, chill. Why are you ignoring this? Because ultimately you felt trapped when you were with this person, okay? You felt quite mentally trapped. You felt very restricted and very weak, okay? I think you felt quite alone. So you're now in this space of just ignoring the drama, okay? I'm also getting this person feels very trapped with all this, you know, money problems, getting over some kind of sickness, okay? And they are trying to ignore the feeling of feeling stuck, because they're going through karmic lessons. I mean, this person, you know, chose a different path, okay? They could have chose a path towards a Queen of Wands, okay? May have charmed this person somewhat, and yeah, they're feeling stuck and trapped. They're going for karma. But they need to learn these lessons. They're going for karma because they were shady. They betrayed you. They were dishonest. They went towards someone else. And their karma is they could have caught something. They're losing money. They feel stuck. They're in regret. They're, you know, trying to balance out this negative energy of theirs, okay? And they're ultimately regretting losing you, because they're now thinking of the future, wanting to level up, propose, okay? They want to change. They'd like to propose to you, and they'd like to settle down, okay? Yeah, they're under judgment, okay? And that's because they were this wolf in sheep's clothing. They're dishonest, and they're now facing karma for it, which has been, as I said, trapped and stuck in some kind of toxic lifestyle. Okay, yeah, they want to come forward. They can't rush to you because they have to clear a lot of negative energy and a lot of chaos here. And why are they thinking of proposing? Right, so they kind of brought it on their own heads, okay? Why are they thinking about proposing to you? Why do they like to propose to you? I think it's because they see this as balanced, temperance energy, like a, you know, very pure, moderate, calm human being. What's this proposal? Propose to you? Why do they like to propose to you? They want to be discerned. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person is kind of future thinking, trying to get rid of their toxic ways and obsessive lovers and such, okay? They want to be this King of Pentacles for you now, okay? They could have been a wolf in sheep's clothing and tried to show you this very balanced energy and this King of Pentacles energy, like, you know, they're stable, secure. But deeply, we did see the grounding energy, okay? They know you want somebody that is kind of no bullshit, okay? You're not having it. You're not having this Seven of Swords energy. You're not going to be stuck with somebody that's shady and toxic, okay? So they now want to come forward and be this King of Pentacles. They want to offer you stability, groundedness. They want to grow with you, be abundant, secure. They want security now, okay? Because you're only going to have truth in this Queen of Swords energy. Because they stabbed you in the back. I mean, they really did. They, like, effed you over many times. Okay? So, they want to come towards you now with moderation, balance, security, abundance. Okay, so they're definitely trying to level up here. Why do they think about being in a family with you? What's this about? Family with you. So they could want to have kids with you, because they just want this structure. Because they're bored in their life. They're kicking themselves if they didn't take it off her. Okay, they didn't. They were looking at everything else, and now they're dissatisfied. They're in debt, they're having chaos, they have regret, they're just going through karma. They're shady people, toxic people, okay? Yeah, and they want to heal from all that. They're bored. They're empty. They're just dissatisfied with everything that they have, okay? And that's why now they want to connect with you, okay? They want to heal, okay? Why did you help them change? Why did you make this person better? Why did you make this person better? Because they're in a space of dissatisfaction, like the Four of Cups. So they thought they were going to their satisfaction, having a toxic lifestyle and secret lovers and fake vexing we saw, alright, but they're now struggling, okay, and they are trying to, it's a lack of true joy, okay, they're very materialistic, right, and I mean, they're not emotionally satisfied. I mean, 9 cups about our emotions, our feelings, what we love and care for, okay, so they're not satisfied. They thought they were going to be satisfied, but they're not happy, and they're trying to drop what is making them unhappy, okay, they're just dissatisfied with everything, okay, and I really do feel like they juggled you, possibly with this Queen of Wands. I think that this Queen of Swords energy that we saw, you're not on the table because you're not with them, okay, and I think they're going through a lot of despair, swords about our thoughts, okay, and yeah, this person's absolutely not happy. They could be depressed, and they're very anxious, and it's probably because they're having problems, okay, problems with money, arguments, chaos, okay. Let's see what ended. Why did things end with me? Because you needed to heal. You wanted space, okay? You had to heal from this connection. You may have had to recover from illness. This person may be recovering from some illness, but ultimately more so you needed time to just absolutely shift the energy here, okay? They could have left you in sleepless nights, feeling depressed, anxious, worrying, okay? But ultimately, there has to be healing on both parts. And yeah, you want something balanced. You could be a Libra, but the scales of justice have to be balanced here, alright? you need balance in your life. There was a lot of consequence here, okay? And to balance things out was to end the situation and heal. Take time out. Have peace in your life. You need peace. Okay, and now this is what this person would ultimately like. And why do they see you as paradise? This is joy and happiness. Because they're going through they're going through a lot of conflict. You know, having problems with people. They see you as paradise because they've come to clarity. Okay, they've sought the inner king of source energy, where they're now having a lot of probably time to think. Okay, and they're sitting in their own truth now. Okay, they want to become more disciplined as well. Okay, and they realise that ultimately they can have this happiness with you. They had happiness with you. Okay, you were really cool with each other at one given stage. Okay, and now they're realizing that they want this, you know, calm paradise energy. Okay, and they want to bring truth to you. They want to bring some kind of truth to you, and they're balancing their thoughts out, their feelings, and just having like epiphanies, basically. And the reason why they're going for this, okay, is because, you know, they put themselves in a point of having too many options, okay, too much choice, okay, and it all became a fantasy, an illusion, and all very indecisive, and now they're dissatisfied, okay. Yeah, they were, you know, offering up lots of different people, different things, okay, thinking they were going to get some kind of return on investments, and you know, this speaks about options too. They could have been very indecisive with you, okay, and I said wishy-washy, flimsy-flamsy, and it's led them to realise that they're dissatisfied. So they want to bring truth, they want to be balanced, okay, they want to be happy. Why are they love bombing? Why are they being this narcissistic person, self-absorbed, selfish? Excuse me. Why do they? Let's see. Okay, I'm getting, okay, they were like this because they were keeping secrets, alright? They didn't show their true feelings, right? They really weren't using their intuition, right, when they were with you, okay? They could have had like blocked emotions and been very poker faced. Now we did see poker faced, okay? So I'm also getting they possibly we saw they were with a toxic lover, okay, and in a toxic lifestyle that came through karmic lessons, and it could have been because they went towards a high priestess in reverse energy, somebody who had a hidden agenda, okay, but I'm more getting this person was hiding a lot from you, okay. They may have had a new beginning from you, all right, blindly went towards a toxic lifestyle, okay, things ended with you, all right, but they're not happy. So whatever they went towards, you know, toxic feminine or a toxic masculine that we saw in this party kind of lifestyle, it's led them to have a lot of problems, feel very stuck. They'd be shady people and they're just not happy. I mean, they're depressed. The sun in reverse. The sun is the happiest card. They're not happy. They're just not. I mean, the 9 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Cups, and the sun. They are deeply depressed. They're having delays. They're just in a very negative space. They're feeling very sad. Okay? They're overwhelmed. I mean, they're overwhelmed. But they chose that path, okay? And they want to complete cycles now. They most certainly do. Let's get... these are the T edition. We'll get a couple of them. So this person is in some kind of addictive, toxic lifestyle, you know, drinking, smoking, possibly taking drugs. Yeah, they're learning lessons, okay, because of this. I'm getting they're not really wanting to let go of your energy, but whomever they're with is clinging to them, like, you know, really got their claws in, okay. They may want to come towards you and take you on a really nice dinner. This person will have to level up, okay, most certainly. If they want to be with you, you're not going to have, you know, any nonsense again, I don't think. Protection, boundaries being crossed, not feeling safe, disputes, violence. There is somebody that's crossing their boundaries, and I'm also getting whomever this, and it's a feminine holding a gun, crying out loud. I'm getting whomever they're with who's toxic. And we did see girl fight, okay? It hasn't come on the table, but it was there, it's in the energy. This person is very toxic, okay? They don't want to let go of your person, and they're having arguments with this person, but this person is a boundary breaker. They're fighting it, they're toxic, and they're very territorial of your person. They don't want to let them go. And I'm hearing it's pissing the person off, quite frankly. Yeah, so this person wants to come forward and take you out a really nice dinner. I mean, it could be quite up high, so you can see like a vast view here, okay. I'm hearing the shot, like, you know, or is it the Empire State, so you can go and like dine and everything? It's somewhere high. They want to take you somewhere where you can see like vast view and everything, like really impress you. Yeah, they do. They want to take you somewhere, possibly propose. You know, you may get like a ring dropped in your glass or whatever. Just don't cough too much. If that happens. But they definitely want to come forward and have dinner and chat and propose it. This person's absolutely exhausted, and they're exhausted with their lifestyle that they have right now. Okay, they're fed up. I'm telling you, they're really fed up. Yeah, and I'm telling you, they're fed up as well because they realise whomever they're with bitches about you, you know, probably says, you know, really bad things, and they want to fight you, okay? But you're being spiritually protected by your angels and your ancestors, all right? People that really love you. They're with very toxic, feminine or masculine. This person is praying for you, okay, also. Let's see how they may be feeling. I can feel their pains, quite frankly. They're fed up. They're fed up, okay? And the reason why they're fed up is because whomever they're with is jealous. There's something very toxic, envious of you, green-eyed monster kind of energy, okay? Possibly constantly chasing them down, blowing up their phone. If they live together, always asking them where they're going, all right? Because they're jealous. They're jealous of your connection with them, which isn't, you know, you're not with this person, but they're jealous of you. As I said, they're in competition with you. So their current person's energy has come out, okay? Whomever they're with, okay, they may self-harm, I don't know, but I'm kind of getting they may have emotionally manipulated them with some kind of drama to do with, you know, hurting themselves in some manner, right? One more. Or I'm also getting, which I don't like at all, it just popped into my head. This person is trying to escape whomever they're with, because I'm getting, okay, they may have even gone as far as said they would like to harm you. Okay, so just be very aware that there's somebody toxic on the scene. And bipolar. So you could have bipolar, your person could have bipolar, or their current toxic lover could have bipolar, 1 minute up, 1 minute down, okay? this relationship could have brought you a lot of challenges. You know, that could also be why catching a case is here. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could just be that you went into a state of depression. Okay, you could have, you know, needed therapy. Their person, current person, may need therapy, or this person may need to go through some kind of therapy for a lot of drama. Okay, there's been drama. It's caused emotional problems here at some point, or has done, or will do. We'll get angel love card. Let's see. And then close let go of control issues. So yeah, I think, you know, you let go of everything and let destiny take its course, so to speak, all right? Allow the situation to unfold naturally, yeah. So, and this person is now realising that they need to, you know, let go of things and naturally let life move forward, okay, yeah. Honeymoon. So this person's trying to let go of some sticky situations, to say the least, okay, and I think they would like to come forward, okay. It's like a proposal energy, because they're tired of being separated from you, to be quite frankly, okay, and they want to come forward and let you know that it's safe to love them